Hello everybody and welcome back to your favorite ma'am. I hope you are enjoying all my videos and learning from them as well. So today we are going to continue with our math lessons and learn about circles. We will also be learning about the various parts of a circle. So it's gonna be fun. Now let's move forward. So there are a lot of things that we come across in our daily lives, like a button or a donut, or maybe the pizza that you had yesterday, or a basketball. But do you know what's common between them? Yes, they're all circular in shape. But do you know what is a circle? A circle is a closed curve formed by a set of points on a plane that are equidistant from its center. A center, however, is the point of a circle that is equidistant from the points on the edge. Now center was one of the main part of a circle, but there are many other parts. Let's study them one by one. The first one is radius. The radius is the exact distance from the center to any point on the circle. So it is a straight line that joins the center of the circle to the inside edge of the circle. It can be in any direction, but any line that is joining the center of the circle with the circle is called the radius. So the next part of the circle is diameter. Diameter is the length of a line going through the center that touches 2 points on the edge of the circle. So basically, it is the longest line that starts from one edge of the circle, goes through the center, and ends on the other edge of the circle. Now let's move forward and talk about the relation between the radius and the diameter. The radius is the point that starts from the center of the circle and goes to one edge of the circle. However, the diameter of the circle starts from one edge, crosses the center, and ends up on the other side of the circle. So if we take two radii in a straight line, we will note that the length of these two radii is equal to the diameter. From this we conclude that diameter is twice as long as radius, which we can write as d is equal to 2r. Also we note that radius is half the diameter. This we can write as r is equal to d by 2. Now we need to keep these two formulas, that is d is equal to 2r and r is equal to d by 2 in our mind, because we will be using these formulas later on to solve our questions. So now, using the formulas we have just learned, let's try and find the diameter of a circle whose radius is given as 5 centimeters. So d is equal to 2r, we know that. Now let's apply that. Here we replace r by 5. So d becomes 2 into 5 and the diameter comes out to be 10 centimeter. Now let's try and find the radius using the diameter that is given as 20 centimeter. We know the formula again, r is equal to d by 2. Replacing d by 20, r comes out to be 20 by 2. And then the radius is 10 centimeter. So I hope you have now understood the application of these formulas as well. The next part of a circle that we are going to talk about is circumference. Now let me tell you what a circumference is with an example. Let's take a circle and put a small cut on it and lay it flat on the table. The length of this line will be the perimeter of that circle, also known as the circumference. Hence, the circumference is the enclosing boundary of a circle. Now let's try and calculate the circumference when we have a radius. There is a formula to calculate the circumference, and that is C is equal to 2 pi and r. C stands for circumference. Pi here is a Greek letter, which is the ratio of the circumference of any circle to the diameter of that circle. Regardless of the circle size, this ratio will always equal pi. and this ratio is 3.14, or we can also write it as 22/7. And R here stands for radius. So if we have a radius as 5 centimeter, putting this radius into the formula 2 pi r, that is 2 into the value of pi as 3.14 and r as 5. The circumference of this circle will be 31.4. So this is the formula, and that is how we calculate the circumference. Next, we're going to talk about chord. The chord of a circle can be defined as the line segment joining any 2 points on the circumference of the circle. So basically, the chord of a circle is a straight line segment whose endpoints both lie on the circle. And a chord that passes through the circle's center point is called the circle's diameter. There are infinite points on a circle, so therefore we can draw infinite number of chords of given length. Hence, a circle has infinite number of chords. Next, we will talk about arc. An arc of a circle is any portion on the circumference of a circle. So, the portion from A to B on this circle is known as its arc. So, any 2 points lying on a circle actually define 2 arcs. The shorter one is known as the minor arc, that is from A to B. And the longer one from B to A is called the major arc. Next is sector. A sector of a circle is the portion enclosed by 2 radii and an arc. The angle formed by 2 radii is called the central angle. So, a sector with the central angle less than 180 degree is called a minor sector. And a sector with a central angle greater than 180 degree is called a major sector. Now let's talk about segment. A segment of a circle is the area between the circumference and the chord. As chord divides the circle into 2 regions which are known as the segments of a circle. So, the segment having a smaller area is the minor segment, and the segment having a larger area is the major segment. Now we will talk about the biggest segment of a circle, that is the semicircle. Yes, it can also be termed as a segment. It is formed when a chord or a line is passing through the center and it touches the 2 ends of the circle. Now let's talk about the area of a circle. What is it? It is nothing but the amount of interior space enclosed by the circle. But how can we find the area of a circle whose radiuses are? There is a formula for that again. The formula for an area of a circle is pi r square, where pi, I am sure now you know, is 3.14, or we can write it as 22/7. And r again here stands for the radius. So let's take an example where we have a radius of 5 centimeter. When we put this radius in the formula of pi r square, we get 3.14 into 5 centimeter into 5 centimeter. So the area will come out to be 78.5 and centimeter square. Why we use the unit square? Because 2 centimeters are being multiplied here. So the outcome will be centimeter square. Now to find out the area of a semicircle, what do? We consider it as a half circle. So for the area of a semicircle is also the half of circle, that is half pi r square, where pi is 3.14 or 22/7 and r is the radius. So for a radius, if we have 5 centimeter as a radius, we put this r into the formula of half pi r square and we get half into 3.14 into 5 into 5. And the area will be 39.25 centimeters square. And I am sure now you know why are we using centimeter square. Next is tangent. A tangent to a circle is the straight line which touches the circle at only one point, and that point is called the point of tangency or the tangency point. Also, the radius from the center of the circle to the point of tangency is perpendicular to the tangent line. The last topic for today will be concentric circles. Concentric circles are simply circles that all have the same center. It is also defined as two or more circles that have the same common center point. That's it for today's lesson. I hope I was able to clarify all your doubts regarding circles and their various parts. So why don't you go ahead and hit the like button and also leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for my upcoming videos. Thank you.